The following segment is sponsored by Alabama Splash Adventure.
And welcome back to Talk of Alabama this beautiful Wednesday morning. We are live in Bessemer at Alabama Splash Adventure. So we just spoke to the owners, Dan and General. But now it's time to switch gears, talking about the High Dive Pirates of the Caribbean show. Now, this was designed and created by a diving champion who's joining me now on the stage, Mr. Dana Coonsey. Welcome to you.
Welcome. Thank you.
I'm excited you're here. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm managed to win the World's High Diving Championship 8 times. I set the world's record for the highest dive ever done. The last one I did was for ABC in 1983, and in 35 years, no one's ever broke that world record.
Wow, so you still hold it.
I still hold it. It's a height of 172 feet, so it's just a little bit shy of the Golden Gate Bridge street level.
Oh, mercy. That makes my stomach flip thinking about that. What about, did you always love water? Did you grow up diving? How did all this come about?
Well, I turned professional when I was 13 years old, and first dove off the cliffs in Acapulco when I was 16, and then had a competitive career for about 10 years. And then after my competitive career, I kind of didn't know what to do with myself, so I started a little show, which has now turned into a fairly large show.
Okay, tell me and everybody at home about the High Dive Pirates of the Caribbean show.
Well, the show that we've got here at the park is it's a real fun show. It's a comedy show mainly, but it also features acrobatic springboard and tower diving. We got comedy, we got clown diving, the high dive from 75 feet in the air into a pool that's about 10.5 feet deep. And then during the last show of each,
How deep?
It's about 10.5 feet deep.
Whoa.
So when we're hitting that water, we're doing about 60 miles an hour. So stopping in that 10 feet is a tricky maneuver. It's called scooping. And then during the last show of the day, we do the Human Torch fire dive, where we actually light one of our divers on fire. And he's burning at about 1,500 degrees. And when he dives from that platform into the pool, you can actually feel the heat coming off his body in the audience.
Oh, my heavens. So this sounds like quite the show.
Yeah, we're having all kinds of fun over here, too. I mean, we just opened up last Friday, and we've been having some good crowds, and they're having a lot of fun.
Now, how often does this perform?
During the weekdays right now, we're going on at 12, 2, and 4 o'clock. Okay. And then during the weekends, we add a 5:30 show. And we may change that schedule once we get into the main part of the summer, to where we start a little bit later in the day to get more folks into the park.
Okay, so do we need tickets especially for your show, or is that included when we come in the gates?
No. The show is free with your admission into the park, so you can come by all day long, and there is some audience participation. We have some fun with the crowd too. So, but it's a free show.
And how many people put on this show?
We have 5 of our divers that are in town doing this show, and we've got some of the best high divers in the world. We've got Clark Kosurik, who is actually in training right now to break my world record high dive. We've got Manuel Mendez, who comes to us originally from Lisbon, Portugal, but he now lives in Illinois, and he's the 9-time Portuguese national diving champion. And so like I said, we've got some of the greatest high divers in the world right here in Alabama.
What are people saying when they see this, the fire and the diving and the heights and everything else?
Well, people think we're crazy, number one.
Yeah.
And they might be a little bit right, because, anyone who lights themselves on fire for a living is a little bit
yes.
Loose in the brain. So, but we've got, like I said, some of the best divers in the world. So some of the stunts that we do are extremely difficult, but these guys make them look real simple. I mean, it's this really good diving going on here at the park.
Okay, got you. And this is really introducing some of these kids probably to the first time they've seen something like this.
Yeah, I don't think that there's been a high dive show in this area of the country in many, many, many years, if at all. So it's a new show that it's new to the folks, and they're enjoying it. They really are. I mean, we have people that are laughing throughout the whole show, and then of course when we get to the dramatic parts of the show, like the fire dive or the high dive, you can actually see some fear in them out there.
Yes.
And then of course after the show they come to talk to us, and they just think we're absolutely crazy. So
Do you still get in the water yourself?
I do, not so much anymore, but every now and then I'll still do a high dive myself, just to show the young people that I can still do it.
Yes.
So, but I usually leave it up to the younger guys now. I'm doing some emceeing while I'm here, getting the show up and running, and then
Yes.
another person will take that over, and I'll move on to my next place, and then I'll be in and out throughout the course of the summer myself personally.
Okay, how do people get more information on your company?
Well, you can go to watershowproductions.com, and you can get some information there, and we'll be posting some stuff about the park here in Alabama on our webpage. And of course, you can go to alabamasplash.com, and there's lots of information there on the show as well.
Okay, in closing, remind everybody the time of your shows.
During the weekdays, we're going on at 12, 2, and 4 o'clock, and then during the weekend, we're going to add a 5:30 show as well. And we may work with that schedule a little bit as the main part of the summer comes up. We might slide it a little bit, but 12, 2, and 4 on weekdays, 12, 2, 4, and 5:30 on weekends.
Okay, and it's not an upcharge. It's included in your ticket into the park, which is even better news. Thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. And come on out and see the show. We're having lots of fun out here.
It sounds like plenty of fun.